What's up, everybody? There you go. Have to unmute. Jersey here from windowcleaner.com, and I kid you not, I'm not trolling anybody. Chris was just here and he just dropped off. I swear. So he may be back in just a second, but it's Friday. So absolutely happy that everyone is here, and hopefully your week went amazing. And Chris is here. He really is here. What's up?
Hello, how's it going?
Good. You know, we've been trying to do a live for a bit, and then you dropped off, and I'm like, I figured it was a little bit of a troll there to, you know, tease me that you're going to be here.
I'm constantly asking to be on your programs, and you're just dangling them in front of me.
Sorry. You know, one of the big myths is that you and Alex are the same person. So I have had Alex on quite a bit. So if you listen to the industry, technically you've been on.
Yeah. I've been on in the past.
Yeah. You're on a lot of other people's podcasts too. You make the rounds.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
So what do we do on the show? What do we talk about?
So we're talking about like OG, like what's changed in the industry. And when did you start your original All County? Like, when was that? What year was that?
I got into window cleaning in 1999.
Back in the 1900s? It's nuts.
Yeah. It was like spring of 1999. And then I actually started my business in the fall of 99. But it was just, it wasn't really a business. It was just me messing around.
Doing it kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So about 2000.
Yeah. Do you still remember like the tools you used then? Like as things come out, do you remember like seeing a tool and being like, what the heck is that? I've never seen that before. I got to get one. And like, what's the biggest change from 1999 or we'll say 2000 to now? What do you think?
Probably water fed. Squeegee was an Ed-Ray brass. I just had an Ed-Ray brass squeegee, 14-inch, cleaned homes, had a scraper, had a web belt.
That was it.
Had a ladder.
Super simple.
And an old pickup truck. Yeah. And Dawn. There's just way more tools now. And water fed is obviously huge. It's been a great thing.
It's like
help people clean faster and safer.
Yeah. I remember too, like we've known each other for a long time, but I still remember when you guys were on like Gary's thing. And I remember you used to always you always had a hoodie on and it was just like you and like lime green stuff, but you're always just like this young kid and you started a forum. And I was like, whoever this kid is, I'll be on his forum. So I remember like getting onto the forum for the first time along. And I know I'm in like the top like 10 people to ever sign on for it, but I remember that. And then from there to now, the change in just like, there's a culture where like back in the day, it was like, oh, you're a glorified janitor. Cool. Like it just was like this thing. And then if you were anybody, you had to wear a tie and wear a suit and talk about meetings. And it just was like a weird industry. And I think the biggest change has been like this culture where now guys have like skateboards and shirts and like, they're just so much more pride in the industry than there ever was before, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool thing. Back when I was starting the business, my dad actively encouraged me not to. And he said, "You could get a job, probably if you're lucky, somewhere making 50 grand a year." And I was like, "Man, that sounds like a lot of money, but I don't want to work for anybody." Um,
Yeah.
so
I remember
it was a
when I
thing that
first
people weren't into back in the day, but now with hustle culture and stuff like that, it's more popular than ever.
yeah. I told my dad, and I was with my uncle who had owned a lawn care company, but I told him when I finally decided I wanted to do window cleaning, I was like, I think I figured out what I'm gonna like start. I'm gonna start a window cleaning. And I remember him like almost like, TV show. They both looked at each other and laughed. And I was like, oh, all right, cool. And my uncle, who did a lawn care and picked up dog poop and did everything, he goes, there's no money in window cleaning. And then here I am a couple years
Yeah, there's
later,
lots of
still doing it.
window cleaning. It's a thing, man. People are doing it.
Yeah. And people are doing really, really well at it, which is great. I love to see the young people too. Like younger people, I know everybody's scared of like the new guy coming in and taking it from them, but there's a new generation, which pros and cons. There's obviously downsides to the new generation, but the new guys too, they're just when guys get into it, they're hustlers. There's like a whole other spectrum of what people are accomplishing now, and it's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, I like to see it. I'm happy to see kids wanna work.
Yeah. That's the crazy thing was even these guys that, they're busting balls on these like 14-year-olds that are out there doing it, but they're like, "Ah, you can't do this. You can't do first you need to learn this." And it's like, dude, do you understand these are kids out there like they're 14, 15 years old. It's summer and they started a business. Like think about if we did that and legitimately started a business, not just made beer money at the time or whatever kids are into. But like
Yeah.
the mindset that those people could get to now is ridiculous. Like if they really, really took it, I mean, Wesley Bloom is one of my favorite people in the world, but super successful guy. He did his first $1 million year before he was 21. That's public knowledge, not me sharing information, but
Really? Good for
yeah,
him. That's amazing.
him, he's that like pinnacle of where I feel like hustle and doing it right is at 21. These guys now starting at 14, 15, if they decided to really do it, there could be more of them, that could be like
Yeah.
the new, structure, which is fantastic. So,
Yeah, part of what I love about window cleaning and what's always interested me in this industry is there's no rules. So there's really no wrong or right way to do it. There's no standards, really, other than there's something clean. It doesn't matter how
yeah.
it gets cleaned. Um, you're just kind of doing your own thing. And I think it's fantastic.
Yeah. And the difference in the business too, just like any business, is there's like different ways to run the business. So not even how to do it, but like how people like the mindset, the way that people think about business. There's guys that are like really into the business to blow things up. And there's other guys who are like really into the freedom. They're like, yeah, I work like 3 days a week. But cool. Like I surf all year and find time to clean windows. And it's like both of those are amazing options for people to do. It's just however they want to do it.
Yeah, I love that people do that, that they're not making work their whole life and are doing what makes them happy. And
Yeah.
I wish I could do
It's
that.
It's somebody like you. I was gonna say, somebody like you, people get into business almost always for the freedom. Always. Nobody's gonna tell me what to do. I can work whenever I want. Like, I could take like Fridays off every week. And then all of a sudden they go, oh, well, the harder I push this and the more I work, the more money I make. So now I'm not taking Fridays off. Oh, wait, now I'm gonna work every day. Well, now I'm gonna work 50 hours a week. Look how much. And then all of a sudden the money takes over the freedom. And then you get to a place where you've been in business for a few years. 90% of guys are like busting their hump and working more than they ever have because they got in that trap where freedom turned into money. And then the money thing brought them, well, if I make more money, I'll have more freedom. And then they lose that. So it is nice to really refreshing to kind of see it both ways.
Yeah, it's a total trap. I see it happen all the time. Happened to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Yeah. I even think it's not even as much a trap as it's just like the progression. So it's like it makes sense to do, but then there's guys like Mike Nichols out there who still fish like 15 out, 15 times a week, and it's like, cool, man, he's doing it the right way. Like he's got that freedom that everybody wants. He's actually doing it. So even if it's
Yeah,
fishing, but still.
100%.
Yeah. Nice.
So you
Well, a
do
lot of
these,
things have
you do
changed for
these
sure. Sorry, there's a lag every now and then. What were you saying?
I don't know, let's talk about you. You do these lives every day?
Yeah, we do most every day, depending on how busy or what time of year, but we started them back up again. You've commented on a few, so I know you've seen a bunch of them, but every day it's a different rep. Friday is usually Alex if I can get him out of doing what he's doing, but he's running around all the time anyway. And yeah, we got Austin Tuesdays, Johnny B Wednesdays, Steve-O Thursdays, and then Alex on Fridays. So we try to get something different, a little bit individual takes, and then the same idea every single show for the week. So like this one is what's changed in the industry. So every show has been based on that, but we get different people's opinions on it. And not that you need to do this, but usually it's a great way for people to really meet the reps and kind of, really fall in love with, say, John or Austin or Steve or whoever and be like, man, I really like this guy's vibe. And then there's a connection point where, they're real people. And that's one of our biggest benefits, I know, from just in the industry is having the staff to be able to connect with. So the other
And they're
guys
all
don't
so
always have
lovable.
that.
How does someone choose? How does someone choose?
Man, I don't know. I would say it's good looks, but that kind of cuts people off, and I don't want to exclude, people, but yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah. It's
By the
good.
way, if you're watching, this is a show that goes out every single day, usually throughout the day. But we are the greatest place in the world to buy window cleaning supplies. So if you haven't purchased with us before and you didn't even hear about us, it is windowcleaner.com. Check us out. My number is on the screen. I am a rep for windowcleaner.com. Also, Chris here is the owner. So his
I'm
number's
the
not
rep
on.
for windowcleaner.com. Call me direct. Jump right over Josh. Give me a call. We'll get your ordering.
Definitely. Just call the number on the screen here and I'll patch you over.
It'll get you.
Yeah. But no, we have awesome deals always going on. Actually, our Black Friday this year is all month. We're changing the sales out right now, starting just literally like an hour ago. It's discount on all pure water systems. So big money, save money, but also get your tax stuff in. So if you haven't yet, check it out. If you haven't watched any of the videos too, Chris is sitting in front of this side, in front of the warehouse, and you see all the stuff and how high the warehouse. I mean, really watch some of the videos that we put out there on the warehouse itself. It's absolutely phenomenal what goes on there. It's if you're interested in your nerd on window cleaning, like I know I am, it's really pretty awesome to see. So anyway, check that out. I know you got to go, so I really appreciate you taking some time. Maybe we'll do this again.
Anytime, Josh.